If celebrity crypto scams had a Mount Rushmore, Logan Paul's face would be carved into it 4 times. The financial media frames him as an entertainer who made mistakes. Sounds forgivable, doesn't it? The darker truth? Logan wasn't an innovator. He was a predator in merch models clothing who turned his 23 million subscribers into his personal exit liquidity. His project, CryptoZoo, promised a revolutionary game where you could breed cartoon animals and get rich. Paul hyped it on his podcast with the energy of a man who just discovered fire, promising his fans they'd make money while having fun. They believed him. The reality was a digital wasteland. The game never launched, the artwork was stolen, the tokens were worthless, and the fun was watching your life savings circle the drain. For months, Paul ghosted the project, ignoring thousands of fans who had poured over $18 million into his scheme. Then, only after a CoffeeZilla investigation exposed the entire fraud, Paul resurfaced with a tearful apology video, promising refunds he never actually delivered. Logan Paul's legacy isn't being a YouTuber, it's writing the modern playbook on how to monetize fan trust, cash out, and call it a learning experience while your followers pay the ultimate price. Andrew Tate built a cult-like empire by selling toxic masculinity as a form of financial freedom. The media covers his controversial opinions, but the real story, the one happening in the wallets of his followers, is how he weaponized that controversy for systematic financial extraction. His crypto project, Daddy Coin, wasn't marketed as an investment. It was peddled as a golden ticket into his exclusive alpha male world. He promised his Hustlers University subscribers special access, a direct line to his supposedly foolproof formula for success. The problem: Tate's followers weren't investors, they were the product. Insiders and crypto experts knew Daddy Coin had no roadmap, no utility, and no future. Its sole purpose was to drain the bank accounts of his most loyal and desperate fans. He used his own community as exit liquidity, hyping the coin to create demand while he and his inner circle prepared to dump their holdings. When the coin inevitably crashed, wiping out an estimated 90% of its value overnight, Tate was silent. The man who preaches absolute accountability took none. Tate's legacy isn't being an alpha, it's being the perfect con artist who sold his followers a dream of empowerment while handing them a guaranteed nightmare of financial ruin. While celebrities took the public heat, Sahil Arora operated as the ghost in the crypto machine. Mainstream news outlets call him a rogue scammer. The truth is much darker. Sahil wasn't a rogue, he was the system. An industrial-scale fraud factory that turns celebrity influence into a precision weapon. His method was brutally effective. Approach a star with a massive, trusting audience. Show them fake wire transfers and forged documents. Get them to tweet a picture of themselves with a custom token. And then rug pull their fans before anyone even knew what happened. He didn't just scam people. He turned celebrities into his unwitting accomplices. He pitched Jason Derulo on a casino referral system to hide the crypto element. He showed Caitlyn Jenner faked bank documents to create an illusion of a legitimate, high-paying partnership. Then, he'd use that celebrity's tweet to build a house of cards founded on nothing, only to burn it down for millions in profit. Sahil's legacy isn't the money he stole. It's proving that a kid with a laptop in India could systematically dismantle the credibility of multi-million-dollar celebrity brands, one catastrophic tweet at a time. He showed the world their idols were for sale, and he was the only buyer. Floyd Money Mayweather lived up to his nickname, and his fans are the ones who paid for it. The boxing media frames his disastrous crypto promotions as bad business deals. Don't believe it for a second. Floyd wasn't a bad businessman. He was an expert marketer who sold his followers trust for a quick and easy buck. He promoted Centratech, a crypto project that promised revolutionary debit cards, tweeting to millions about getting in early and calling it a smart money move. Coming from the undefeated champion of the world, that endorsement was gospel. The problem? The debit cards were fake. The so-called partnerships with Visa and MasterCard were lies, and the entire project was a $25 million house of cards fraud. The SEC fined Mayweather $600,000 for his undisclosed promotion, but for him, that was just the cost of doing business. While the project's founders went to prison, Floyd walked away richer, leaving a trail of financially obliterated fans in his wake. Mayweather's legacy isn't his 50-0 boxing record. It's being the champion who delivered a knockout blow to his own supporters' retirement accounts and didn't even have the decency to look back. Kim Kardashian doesn't just sell products, she sells a lifestyle. So when she promoted Ethereum Max to her hundreds of millions of followers, they didn't see it as a high-risk speculative asset. They saw it as a piece of the Kardashian dream. The media calls it an unfortunate entanglement with the crypto world. The darker truth, it was a calculated cash grab and her loyal fans were the target. For a rumored payment of $250,000, Kim posted a single Instagram story filled with rocket emojis and breathless hype, creating a tidal wave of demand from amateur investors. Ethereum Max was a textbook pump and dump scheme. The project had no utility, no value, and no purpose other than to enrich its creators and early investors. The SEC eventually fined Kim $1.26 million for her role, a rounding error in her billion-dollar finances that she likely wrote off as a business expense. Her followers, who trusted her implicitly, lost everything when the token inevitably crashed to zero. Kim's story isn't about a celebrity making a mistake. It's about a billionaire who rented out her credibility to the highest bidder, watched her fans get financially destroyed, and paid a small fine to make the whole mess quietly disappear. On the basketball court, they called him the truth. In the crypto market, he was anything but. The NBA legend and Hall of Famer decided to cash in on his reputation by promoting Ethereum Max, the exact same scam Kim Kardashian pushed. Mainstream sports media prefers to remember his championship rings. They won't touch the fact that he used his credibility to lead his followers into a financial slaughter. Pierce went on Twitter, not just shilling the coin, but posting screenshots of his supposed massive returns, a classic tactic to create FOMO and lure in unsuspecting fans. He made it seem like he was on the inside of a winning play, but his followers weren't his teammates, they were the exit liquidity. The SEC hit him with a $1.4 million fine for touting the token without disclosing his payment and for making misleading statements. Paul Pierce's legacy isn't just being a Celtics legend, it's being a cautionary tale of a hero who sold his nickname to the highest bidder and, in the process, sold out the very fans who once chanted his name. Jason Derulo built a career on catchy hooks and viral TikTok dances, but his crypto venture was a masterclass in willful ignorance and plausible deniability. The official story that his team tells: Derulo was scammed by the infamous Sahil Arora. Sounds sympathetic, doesn't it? But stick to the facts, and the story gets much darker. According to investigative reports, Sahil explicitly told Derulo he was working with other celebrities like Caitlyn Jenner and Iggy Azalea, two people who had already publicly and loudly exposed Sahil as a fraud. Derulo was handed all the red flags he needed on a silver platter and chose to look the other way. He promoted a token to his 57 million followers who jumped in assuming their favorite artist had their back. Derulo's claims of being a victim don't hold up when you realize he was given the truth and chose greed instead. His legacy isn't his music. It's being the celebrity who was presented with a choice, chose personal profit, and then perfected his choreography to dance away from the financial wreckage he left behind. Kevin Hart built his entire brand on being the relatable everyman, the hilarious friend you'd want to grab a beer with. That reputation for trustworthiness is what made his crypto promotion so devastatingly effective. The media barely touched this story, writing it off as another minor celebrity endorsement. But behind the scenes, Hart's promotion of Titanium Blockchain Infrastructure Services, TBIS, was a disaster for his fans. He lent his massive credibility to what he peddled as a revolutionary tech company, making it seem like a safe, legitimate investment. His followers, trusting the man who made them laugh, poured their money in. The problem? TBIS was an outright scam. The company's president was charged by the SEC for orchestrating a $21 million fraudulent ICO. The partnerships were fake. The technology didn't exist, and the entire venture was designed to do one thing: steal money. The man who sells out arenas with jokes about his own life had just delivered the cruelest punchline of all. And this time, his audience was the butt of the joke. Caitlyn Jenner has survived decades of intense public scrutiny, but her disastrous crypto venture proved that media savvy doesn't translate to financial ethics. When Jenner promoted her Jenner token, her loyal followers saw it as a chance to support a cultural icon. The official narrative is that she too was a victim of Sahil Arora's sophisticated schemes, but the facts reveal a story of reckless greed. She hyped the coin relentlessly, creating a frenzy of buying from fans who trusted her. Then, just as quickly, the project collapsed. Insiders revealed that Jenner and her team were allegedly involved in the rapid dumping of tokens. Subscribe now. Next week, we're breaking down how the BNPL companies really make their billions, and trust me, you won't want to miss it.